I don't know how to begin this video. So, remember back when anime used to come in art boxes and it would cost like $40 per DVD, and now you get like the full season on Blu-ray for like 60, 70 bucks? That's crazy. I've probably had one too many of these, but I mean, it's not gonna stop me from filming Weeaboo Wednesday. So welcome aboard, folks, to Weeaboo Wednesday, which is your weekly anime and Japan-centric news segment where I take a bunch of stories from Anime News Network and put them together in video form. So welcome aboard, and kanpai. Gross, whatever, but I had a delicious dinner, and I've had quite a few Asahi, so let's get this thing rolling. So, Kimetsu no Yaiba is a huge success, right? Well, yeah, I mean, it even made its way onto Toonami here in America, so I think that in and of itself is a mark of success. But the most recent issue of Kimetsu no Yaiba actually wound up in a lottery in Japan. So yeah, there was even a version that was released in Akihabara at a certain store where it actually had color pages and you can get a bookmark with it as well. But you have to win it via a raffle, so that's pretty crazy. But more amazingly, the editor of Shonen Jump even had something to say about how unprecedented its success has been. He basically said that just because something is in Shonen Jump does not mean that it will necessarily blow up to complete popularity. And I completely agree with that. It doesn't matter what the platform is, the success is really going to be derived off of the quality of the work. But he said that basically after people finally saw the anime, the manga completely exploded in popularity to the point where it has taken up like almost all of Amazon's top 20 spots in the book section. It's completely taken the country by storm. When I was there in October, it was crazy to see people actually hunting down and picking up multiple volumes of the manga when I was at shops in Akihabara. And that was well after the original rise of the series, so it's really interesting to see. And I think it's completely deserved because Kimetsu no Yaiba is actually pretty damn good. I do have my problems with it, but I think that right now I'll overlook them until it gets really egregious. So the Sumiko Gurashi movie has made 1.4 billion yen in Japan. It sold over 1.2 million tickets, and that basically amounted in it making more than 12 million US dollars. It opened up in November, and for it to basically make close to $13 million is pretty damn good for something as simple as Sumiko Gurashi. I'll commend it because I like Sumiko Gurashi, and I've commended it from the start. I was really excited to see the movie come out, and the fact that it's done so well has really made me happy. So interspecies reviewers cannot seem to catch a break. This recent anime release has seen quite a tumultuous beginning in the fact that it was pulled down recently by Funimation, and now it's even been pulled down by Amazon Prime Video. This does suck because it does limit the exposure the anime will get. There's even a TV station in Japan that has recently ceased premiering the anime, so there's been a lot of censorship with this one. But obviously enough, censorship can sometimes be a good thing in the way that it'll create a Streisand effect, in which the more you try to block it, the more people will want to see it. And to be honest, I don't think it's really going to affect it because from the start, people really wanted to watch this one, so it's going to get out there one way or another. Wonderfest was recently, which is awesome because every year at Wonderfest, tons of amazing figures get revealed. And Goodsmile has shown off almost 200 figures that are going to be coming out, so that's awesome. There's a lot of interesting stuff on this list, such as Ghost in the Shell Figmas of the new Ghost in the Shell series, as well as a Bato Figma, which is awesome. And additionally, there's even going to be figures from Puromea as well as Nendoroids from Kimetsu no Yaiba. I'm going to link it below because there's so much stuff coming out that I could never cover it all, but it's super interesting to see what's coming out next. And if you like figures like me, this is a list to just drool over. So I recently covered this new Space Channel 5 VR game, and I even talked about, I think, the delay that came later. And it's now being confirmed that it's going to come out February 25th. It's called Space Channel 5 VR Kinda Funky Newsflash. So that's pretty cool if you have a PS4 and you have the VR set and all that. That's awesome because Space Channel 5 is awesome. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about it. I'm just happy that it's actually coming out. So Arcana Hearts is a series of fighting games that's been releasing for the past 13 years under a production company called Examu. Now, it would seem that they are relinquishing the series over to a company called Arcana, and they are completely ceasing operation at the end of February. This one's not that big of a deal, I guess, because Arcana's probably had a big hand in what's been going on already, especially because of the name, but it's just so wild to see this company closing after 13 years. It's sad to see, but hopefully the people they're handing it over to will treat the Arcana Hearts games as well as they should, because, well, it's part of the name. So currently up for pre-order right now on Amazon JP is a picture book for the Studio Ghibli Museum. Now, if you know anything about the Studio Ghibli Museum, you can understand that it's actually pretty hard to get into it. You kind of have to reserve your tickets, and it sells out really quickly. It's a place where you go and you are not allowed to take pictures, so the exposure of the place is pretty limited. Now, this picture book coming up has been completely shot on an iPhone, strangely enough, but it's a ton of pictures, and it's going to be like 160 pages with pictures of all over the place. Apparently, the photographer was given free rein to go all over the museum and take tons of awesome pictures, so that's awesome. It's crazy to see some exposure finally coming out because so many people don't get to see this museum. Especially Ghibli fans, you know, there's a lot of people that don't ever get to take a trip to Japan. Better yet, to actually get the luck to actually buy Ghibli museum tickets. Though I will say that in the upcoming video for my Japan videos, you will see the Ghibli Museum in some capacity. And that's gonna be it, guys. I don't wanna load this one up too much because I actually got a copyright strike recently for a Weeaboo Wednesday, so I'm trying to limit how much I show in these. I love making these videos and all, but to be honest, the view count versus the pain of potentially losing my channel because of copyright strikes just really isn't worth it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying what's going on, and I hope you enjoyed the first Japan video. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and click that right here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you doing with your life? Please make sure to do so and comment on this and tell me what you think the most interesting thing has been so far. Make sure to like the video too because I won't like myself if you don't, and I will see you on Friday for a figure review. Until then, say goodbye to my owl.